Alright, so today we are going to learn VIM editor. So no matter what work you do, what commands you run in Linux, but eventually at one time you may need to edit the system files, you may need to edit some configuration files of server. Also you may need to write some scripts, some C programs. At that time the cat command which we have learned till now, that won't help much. Right? So we need to we need to learn some editor, some text editor. So VI or VIM editor, which is VI improved editor, that is the command line editor in Linux. Also we have graphical editors which are very easy if and they don't need any learning edge. For example, gedit is the editor. You just write gedit space name of the file or path of the file. That particular file will be created if that is not existing earlier, and if the file is already existing, then that file will be open and you can go ahead, you can write some text, you can mouse. But the command line editor, that needs some learning. So VI or VIM editor is one command line editor. So the way is you just write VIM space name of the file. For example, here I'm going to create a file, a new file with the same name, new file, right? So if you write VIM space new file, this means I am going to create a file with this name in current working directory, right? So if the file is to be created in some particular path, in some particular directory, then you give the path of that directory, right? So here the file is going to be created in the current working directory. So you just write VIM space name of the file and you press enter. Now this is the interface of VIM editor. Here they have written new file, new file. This is the name of the file and it is a new file, right? So this file was not created earlier, this file was not existing earlier. So when you wrote VIM space name of the file and press enter, this file is created right away at the moment. So in VIM editor there are three modes of functioning. First mode of functioning is the command mode. Second mode of functioning is insert mode, and third mode of functioning is extended command mode, right? So by default when you open a file, then you are working in the command mode. Here if you need to enter some text, you need to create the file, you need to edit something, you need to write some lines of data. For that you need to go into the insert mode. To go into insert mode we need to press I for insert. So I am pressing I. When I press I am taken to the insert mode, right? So here you can edit, here you can enter the data. So for example, I am going to write some lines. This is VIM editor, free modes, command mode, insert mode, and extended command mode, right? By default we are in command mode. To insert data, press I, right? So here I have entered some lines. Now let's say if you want to save this file. To save the file, first of all you need to come out of the insert mode, which is done by pressing the escape button. So press escape and you come out of the insert mode. Now in order to save the file, we need to enter into extended command mode. That is, all the commands in extended command mode are written. So in order to save the file and exit the editor, you will write WQ, colon WQ. That means I want to write the file and I want to quit the editor. Right, save and exit. So WQ and press enter. When you write WQ and press enter, that file is written. Now the file is created. If you write ls, then that will display the name of recently created file. This is the new file which is created. You can view the contents of the file by using cat command also. So new file, these are the contents of the file. Now I'm opening the file again by using VIM editor. So VIM space new file. So this is the file. Now let's say if you want to copy some data, right? So suppose I want to copy this line. So first of all, you need to move the caret to this line. So our caret is blinking on this line. You need to press Y. Y for yesterday. You need to press Y twice in order to copy one line of the file. Right? So I am in command mode and I will write Y. I have pressed YY. It is not displaying anything, but the line on which the caret was blinking is copied to the buffer. Now, wherever you want to paste this line, you will go to that line and you will press P for paste. Now, this data is still in the buffer. You can keep on pressing P and it will keep on pasting the data. Right? So this is how we copy the text. Now, for example, if you want to copy multiple lines, for example, I want to copy these 4 lines of the file, right? So first of all, move the caret to the beginning of the text to be copied. Now, these 4 lines I want to copy. So what you will do, you will press 4, digit 4, and then YY. When you press digit 4 and YY, that will copy 4 lines of the data. 4 lines yanked. Now, wherever you want to paste this data, you will go there and press P. So, these 4 lines are pasted here. Now, next thing is, how do we delete some text? If you want to cut or you want to delete the text, then for that, you need to go to that line and you need to press DD. Now I pressed DD, that deleted the line on which the caret was blinking. In the same way, if you want to delete multiple lines, then you need to press that digit and then DD. For example, these 2 lines I want to delete, so you will write 2DD, 2 lines gone. If you want to delete these 3 lines, this line, and this blank line, I want to delete these 3 lines, then 3DD, 3 lines gone. Now the data which is deleted, the data is just cut from the file and it is still in the buffer. If you want to paste it somewhere else, then you need to go there and press P. Now I have pressed P, so it has pasted those 3 lines, first line, second line, and this empty line, blank line, right? Now I'm going to delete all the unnecessary data. For example, this is VIM editor, DD. These lines are extra, 3 lines, so 3DD. If you paste it by pressing P, then that line is same as cut and paste. If you just delete it by pressing DD and don't paste it anywhere, that means that those lines are just gone. Those are just deleted, right? So the same thing can be used for cut and paste, and the same thing is used for deleting the data. Now, if you want to save the file, then escape :WQ, write and quit, enter. Opening the file again. So this is the file. Now suppose I am entering some text here by pressing I, and I wrote to copy, press YY, multiple lines, copy, for example 3 lines, press 3YY. To paste, press T. To cut or delete, press DD. In the same way, 3 lines, cut, 3DD. Paste. To paste, you just need to press P just once. Press P. Right. So I'm saving this. W, enter. Now when you write :W, enter, that means you just want to write the file, you just want to save the file, but you don't want to close the editor, you don't want to quit this window, right? So I am writing into the file. Now going into insert mode again, and I am entering some random data, right, which I don't want to save. So but I want to close the editor, so I have to write Q, because I am not writing the data after the last save until this paste P. After the last save, I don't want to save this garbage data. I just want to quit the window. So I'm writing Q colon Q. But here it is displaying no write since last change. Add exclamation to override. So if you want to discard the changes, you want to quit anyway, you need to write Q and exclamation sign, right? So the contents of the file are these. These are the contents of the file, right? So I am opening the file again by using VIM editor. Now the next thing is searching the content. To search a string, to command mode first, and then extended command mode slash colon slash, and then the string which you want to search. For example, I want to search press, so slash press. Now it is highlighting all the occurrences of the keyword which you are searching, right? So this file is very small, it is having just these 10-11 lines of text, but otherwise the configuration files or the system files, they are very large. They are having so many pages. So in that case, if you are searching the content and if you want to go to the next occurrence of the data, next occurrence of the string which you have just searched, for that you need to press N. So I am pressing N, next, next, next. I am taken to the next occurrence of the text, right? If you want to go to the previous occurrence of the text, for that you need to press capital N, which is shift N, shift plus N, right? So shift N takes me backward, right? So let me write it here. I'm in the insert mode. To search, I'm just making these notes for you people. So to search the string which you want to search, right? Now next occurrence, press N, previous occurrence, press capital N, right? Now if you want to search some data and you want to replace that data, right, thing all the occurrences of 2 with 4. So first of all, go into the extended command mode by pressing escape first and then colon. After that, this operator which is percentile S, you can memorize it by substitute. That means we are going to substitute the data, right? So slash old pattern slash new pattern. For example, I want to search new 2 and I want to replace it with 4. So all the occurrences of 2 are replaced with 4. Right? I'm undoing that thing. Acha. Okay. So in order to undo, you press U. If you press U, that will undo. If you keep on pressing U, that will keep on undoing the things which you have just executed. So I'm going to insert mode and I'm going to write the same thing here, to find and replace, to undo U, right? So now next thing is, suppose at any time you may need to insert the numbers in the file. Sometimes the configuration files are very huge, and um, for example, if we are editing the configuration file of any server, then in that case you might need to insert the IP address at a particular line. So you can memorize that line number, that at 53 number line I need to insert the IP address, at 164 number line I need to replace yes with no. So that comes very handy. So in that case, if you need to numbers in front of the file, in that case we have the command, extended command mode, set space number. You can write set space number, or you can just write set space NU. That will also do the same thing. So it will insert the numbers in front of the file. These things are not actually written into the file, these are just the indexes. Right. So even if you save the file after setting the numbers, that will not actually insert these numbers in the file. Right. So these are just for your help. There are some other commands also. For example, if you press K, that will move the cursor up. If you press J, that will move the cursor down. If you press L, that will move the cursor right. If you press H, that will move the cursor left. Right. We have other options also, like Control F, that will scroll the full page forward, right? Control B, that will scroll the full page backward. If you press Control D, that will scroll the half page forward. Control U, scroll half page backward. These commands are just to memorize. They are not very much in need. Now I'm saving the file. Now I'm going to save the file again, and next thing is, if you want to open multiple files by using VIM editor. For that we have VIM space -o space name of the first file, for example first file, and our second file. Right? If you write it, so here two files are open. First file is, the name of first file is first file and name of second file is new file. So two windows are there, and the caret is in this file, first file right now. So in order to write something here, I'll press I. Now this insert is in, the control is in first file. So if I enter some data, some contents, next line, whole line, right? So these lines are written into the first file. Now in order to move to the second file, for that you need to come out of the insert mode from the first file. So press escape and then Control W. Control W takes you to the second file. Right. Now I am in the second file. Now for example, I want to copy this line from the second file. I want to paste it in the first file. So YY and then Control W takes me back in the first file. Now press P to paste. Right? If I want to copy data from this file and I want to paste it in the second file, for that these three lines, for example, then 3YY, three lines are copied. Control W, second file. Now press P, lines are pasted here. Right? So if you want to save it, then escape shift colon WQ written written. Two files are added. So this is how VIM editor works. This is very slow in getting started and you'll find it tough, but it is very powerful and it will become very handy and you'll get used to it when you practice. Thank you.